Picking up the ante, cracking up the volume and revving up the support for the men in blue right here on Power Play. No matter what Sanat Jayasuriya says, we believe that India are all right, just half a step away from lifting the Cricket World Cup. But then you never know Sri Lanka, do you? They can be a thorn in the flesh. Hello, I'm Anand Narasimhan. With me, Arun Lal, Boria Majumdar. Good to have you back in the midst after all the fun you had in Mohali. And then, of course, Sanat Jayasuriya talking of Sri Lanka's chances, quietly confident. And, of course, the one and only Ravi Shastri. Shaz, quickly, as you think about, did you at any point in that match between India and Pakistan, did you think that India are going to miss a chance of facing Sri Lanka?
At no stage did I think that. Just when they lost about 6 or 7 wickets, in a hurry, that's the time I thought if they don't reach 250, then, they'll open the door for Pakistan. But otherwise, just seeing the way that pitch changed, and the way Tendulkar had to adjust after he got about 30 or 40 clearly suggested that 250, 260 would be par for the course.
Well, the team is in Mumbai. You are in Mumbai. What's the mood in the blue corner? How confident are they about taking on Sri Lanka?
They will be confident. There's no doubt about that. They realize it's a final. But, when you have 2 huge wins in big pressure games, against Australia and against Pakistan, then you just go into the final treating it as one last game, do the same things, and if you do it properly, you should be on the winning side.
And mind you, Shaz, they are worthy opponents, aren't they, Sri Lanka, because you cannot take them lightly. Sanat Jayasuriya said they're just a small island with a population of 20 million, but then 11 of them on the field can prove their mettle, and they might just sneak their second World Cup trophy. You never know what can happen. Let's listen into what Captain Cool, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, thinks ahead of the game.
Sri Lanka, I think they are a very good side. They have done really well so far in the tournament. We have been tested more often than not in the games that we have played. So I think it will be a very good final, and you have to be at your best. It's not about the ratings where you are rated in the in the ICC ODI ratings or anything else. On that particular day you have to be at your best and handling the pressure. I'm proud of the side that I've got. Everybody is giving more than 100% on the field. Not thinking about injuries or you may get injured on the field. What we are trying to do is give over 100% on the field.
Before I throw the discussion to our panel of experts, let's quickly listen into what some of the former World Cup winning captains had to say and what they were expecting out of that big final, India versus Sri Lanka.
I think both the teams come to the final. Sri Lanka really played extraordinary cricket. India also known, they were, everybody is predicting they are the champion, but I think yesterday even it's a great tension game. Want to say about Sri Lanka, which other player? All the players are dangerous. Yes, there will be pressure, but just enjoy yourself, enjoy the game. When you enjoy, the performance will be good. This is the way I will look this match. Good luck. I hope we can show the world best cricket. That's what it's important.
Lovely timing. Nice timing from Dhoni.
India will go into this game with incredible self-belief after the very, very tense semi-final. But I think Sri Lanka will be very competitive as compared to Pakistan. I think they'll put up a much better fight and the game could go either way. The pressure in semi-final is sometimes much greater than in the final because everyone wants to play a World Cup final.
I'm going to say Sri Lanka will win the final. I know it's not a popular decision, but that's my gut feel for the final, Sri Lanka.
I have to say my heart says big Sri Lanka, but it will be a 50-50 game. Whoever absorbs pressure and play well win this tournament. And I hope that Sri Lanka will win.
Will be a game where it's the captains again
making the right decisions. And I've said from the starting of this competition, catches win matches. And if you look at the one yesterday, if they'd taken the catches, it would have been a different game. So it's the game, the team that get all the disciplines right, good. They're more or less on par where they have bowling and batting on both sides. I think it's just a little bit on the Indian side, but it should be quite interesting.
So there you go, the legends making their pick. Alan Border saying his gut feel says it will be Sri Lanka. Yeah, and I saw you reacting to that. What were you thinking then?
Well, no, it's certainly gut feels are, they don't have logic behind it. It's a gut feel is a gut feel. I mean, that's the definition of a gut feel. But certainly, I believe that India are the better unit on this one. They've had the tougher road to the final. They've all been tested. A lot of them have had opportunity. The middle order has been honed. Their skills have been tested and verified. The bowling is coming to its own. You know, it needed confidence. It needed a match like Pakistan to be able to defend 260, an iffy kind of a total. So I'm feeling very, very confident about India's chances. There's one thing to guard against, Anand. I always feel it's something like when a batsman gets to his 100, there's a feeling of relief, of achievement. And I hope that that's not the case with India, because having played such a pressure game against Pakistan, which was the final, we're talking about a final before the final, they've really got to rev themselves back up, because there is that little bit of feeling, a little downer after that. And revving yourself up for the occasion is not easy.
But tell you what, most of those batsmen in the Indian batting lineup do when they get to 100, they take guard once again, because they know
you got to go for the double.
Fresh. Yes, that double. Go for the double. So mission's not yet accomplished. Bode, I'll come to you, because there was another reaction that happened immediately after Alan Borders. It was Arjuna Ranatunga who said, hard says Sri Lanka, but then it says 50-50, and immediately Sanath went, there was aggression there. What are you saying?
It's a good game of cricket we're all expecting, because both teams are good and equally balanced. We got a very good bowling side. India got a very good batting side. Even though we have top 4 is in good form, middle order is not that good. It's balanced all round. It's balancing both the teams. But I think whoever who absorbs the pressure on that particular match, who's going to feel well, who's going to bowl well, who's going to bat well, at least 2 of those has to do well to win a game. So whoever's going to do well, that thing is going to win the game. 2
out of the 3 plus absorb the pressure. That's a lot, isn't it?
That's cricket. Yeah. That's cricket.
You see, Anand, I was very closely listening to that. Arun is spot on. A gut feel, don't go with the gut feel. Maybe, see, for me, it's a gourmet dish. Australia was the entree, Pakistan's the main course, Sri Lanka's the dessert. So that's what it is. And for me, this balance gets upset if Angelo Matthews is not playing.
We'll get to that, sort of because Sri Lanka is planning few things on the side, but we'll get to that in just a bit. But Shaz, you heard those legends, and on the face of it, you heard Arjuna Ranatunga still sitting on the fence because he thinks India are the favourites. Is that the difference, because the final is in Wankhede and not in Colombo? That is going to play in their minds, isn't it?
No question about that. Just look at India's record against Sri Lanka at home. As opposed to India's record against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. And even though India has not played a game at the Wankhede Stadium, this will be the first game. The 2 games that they've played, their right to the final is against tougher teams. And they will be, and tougher teams that tested them mentally. Having said that, if there's one team in this competition, right from the very beginning, I thought that could challenge India, all round, that's Sri Lanka. And the fact of the matter is, they both played good cricket. But I just feel after these 2 tough games, India might have that slight edge over Sri Lanka.
Ravi, we're firing up a few burning questions. The biggest one, which is also top of mind for me, is can we avenge that semi-final defeat at the Eden Gardens back in 1996? That's one of the questions that we've put up. We've got a caller immediately. This is Rohan from Mumbai calling in. Hi, Rohan.
Hello there. Good evening to the panel and very good evening to Ravi Shastri, Arun Lal, Jay Surya and the entire Times team. Hi, my question to the entire panel today is a little tricky one. I've heard the burning question as well, but that's not exactly what my point is. We've seen the entire tournament. We've seen how Gambhir has been batting. We've seen how Virat Kohli has been batting. We've even seen how Yusuf Pathan has been batting. Do you think that Dhoni would probably, tinker with the batting lineup in terms of, because Gambhir and Virat Kohli are having somewhat similar batting style. Because they both come, they indeed score they have a strike rate of 90 odd, but they have a similar batting style. So do you think, Dhoni would probably tinker with the batting lineup, probably push in Yuvraj at number 4 and have
Rohan,
at number 7?
We get your question. Let's take the answer straight away. Ravi, I'd like you to answer that. Do you think Mahendra Singh Dhoni will tinker with the batting order?
See, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, one thing is very instinctive. He will go and see the pitch. And if the pitch is any different, or if he reckons it's a flat pitch, where you can get 300, he will think differently. And I don't think he'll tinker too much with the batting lineup. If there is any change, it could be Yusuf Pathan for Virat Kohli in a game like this, and looking at the attack that Sri Lanka has. But even that, I doubt very much, unless he feels that the pitch is really flat, because Virat has a good record against Sri Lanka. But the question that's been asked, the way to answer it is you have to see the condition. And if there is a chance of a change, that is the only area I can see something happening in the batting lineup.
That is the only area. Bure, you wanted to say something?
No. I mean, I don't think Virat will be changed. I mean, from what I've seen of Virat at number 4, I don't think Yusuf is as solid as Virat. And against Sri Lanka, I don't think they will try and tamper with the batting order at all. Yes, he's not got a good game, but on the field, he's been electric. He's got 100, he's got a 50 against West Indies in a tricky situation. I don't think India will drop Virat at this point in time.
Yeah, well, let's see, because somebody who can play spin well, 2 of the 3 of the top order is Sehwag, Gambhir and Virat Kohli, who've negated and countered the likes of Muralidharan and Mendes very well. Talking about Muralidharan, that's the next bone of contention. The wizard of spin tangled in a web of injuries. So will Murali play? A half-fit Murali, how good or bad is he? Will he be fully fit? Will he take the field? All those questions will be answered by our panel, and of course, the inside man, Sanoj Jayasuriya, on the other side of this very short break. On the way out, cheers for the Team India, for the men in blue from Bangalore.
Are we getting him?
India, and all the best to him.
We will win the World Cup final. Come on, India.
Come on, Sachin, best of 100. I know you'll make us proud.
Go India!
Go India!
Pick up home! You can get the cup for us. Yeah. You can do it.
3 cheers for India. Hip hip.
Hooray.
Hip hip.
Hooray.
Hip hip. Hooray.
Let's go! India go! Let's go! India go! The Lord of Cricket. I love Sachin. Chakte Patte Punjab the Munda Yuvraj Singh. Passes the wind, go Kohli!